So y'all remember these chips from the last video? Better try these joints out, bro, and see what's going on with them, man. Joint loaded, ain't it? It's all right. Alright, so you guys know in the last video I told y'all it's very important to learn how to slide and control your car, bro. Quick side note, I actually had somebody text me. I posted my car the other day and I had somebody text me and they asked me, they was like, man, what I gotta do to afford a ZL1? And it's just so crazy getting questions like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, it be the simple things, bro, for any car that you want. You know, you gotta work on your credit and find yourself a stable source of income. And if you don't want to be a car creator, that's cool. That's not for everybody, but that's the easiest way for most people to justify their bad decisions. So it's like you can get a car sooner than you should because like, oh, well, I'm gonna use this car for content. But my thing for that is, if you can't make any sort of good content without the car is not gonna make you 9 times out of 10. And what I mean by that is, if you have a Honda Accord, right? If you can't make good content with your Honda Accord, a G80 or a ZL1 is not gonna be the golden ticket to you making the best content. If you're not a good creator, you're not a good creator. No matter what car you're in, it's not gonna change that. Y'all know what I mean? So I will say, being a car content creator can make the excuse, but if you're not a good creator, not a good creator. That building is so cool. Not gonna lie, y'all, this is like one of the coolest spots to take pictures of your car at nighttime. I'm gonna do a nighttime POV and I'm gonna start here. Not gonna lie. I don't do a lot of nighttime POVs just because, you know, last time I tried it on my other page, you guys said my tent was extremely dark. Like, look, I'm rolling windows down. Is it? Pretty dark, as y'all can see. Not gonna lie, about broke my back doing that, but we did it. Mission accomplished. That looks really cool as well. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and talk about the topic at hand, and that's why I do not attend takeovers, bro. You will never catch me or the ZL1 ski at a takeover, and it's bigger than just the legal part of things, bro. I just think as you get older, you realize how crazy that stuff actually is. I'm gonna be honest, bro, takeovers, I feel like they didn't always be as bad as everybody know them to be now. Yes, takeovers are a terrible, terrible thing. No true car enthusiast partakes in takeovers, but I think that's only because takeovers went from people trying to slide in an empty parking lot, and it was just a group of people having their fun sliding in an empty parking lot, to now it looking like almost like a terrorist attack. Y'all know what I mean? And when I say that, because it came from people, like I said, in the parking lot, swinging, a couple cars, cool. And now since everybody wants a viral moment, it almost looks like a GTA scene. Like we see rings of fire, you see a ring of fire in the intersection, and you see a car sliding around it. And you see all these people with firearms, they're in all black, shiesty masks. It just looks like something crazy, bro. It looks like a, what do they call it, gang? I forgot what they call it, bro. Like an apocalypse or something crazy. Like, it just doesn't look like that. It's hard to believe that that is a real thing going on and people are choosing to partake in it, right? When you look at it. Now, what I can say, when I first had gotten to like the car scene and stuff like that, I'm not gonna say I started with takeovers because it was before takeovers were really takeovers. Like we used to meet up, like everybody, it start with a regular car meet, everybody meet up, talk to different people and different things, meet some racers, some park and chill guys, some guys with some really nice cars, like show cars. And then somewhere along the night, some people duck off to go swing, some people go race. It was like the vibes were cool. Nobody cared about a viral moment, everybody was just having fun. I feel like when it was like that, there was nothing wrong with it. I feel like everything was cool then, right? But it's only when it got to the point where it just became a GTA scene. Now you got people getting shot. You just got all this crazy stuff going on, bro. And to me personally, that's what kind of changed it. Like, yeah, like once it became like, I don't know, bro, once it became like that terrorist shit show, I'd stop wanting to go, bro. When it was just about the cars, people having some fun, you know what I'm saying, and nobody was in competition, nobody wanted bad things to happen, Like when I used to go to stuff like that, somebody would crash, everybody at first, you know, try to help them see what's wrong with it, see if it's fixable. Some people try to say, oh man, y'all seen the F80? What was we saying? Yeah, bro, like I said, when I was there, man, it wasn't like that. So people were, you mess your car up, people cared. Like they wanted to help you. Like, hey bro, your rear bumper's messed up. I might know a guy that has a rear bumper, it's red instead of blue like your car, but you know, we can paint it, or I can check and see if bro got a blue and I'm not sure. Woo woo. When it was like that, I felt like everything was cooler, man. And it wasn't until social media got involved did it change, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't really like that. That's what made me stop going to them. Because now it's like, I'm still like that now. Somebody crash, I'm like, bro, I'm not cheering. I'm not trying to go record so I can go put them on YouTube. I'm like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still like worried, like, is it bad? Like, y'all think his car can drive? Is the airbags deployed? Is he good? You know, and then somebody gets hit by a car. Once again, I'm like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't wish that on nobody. I don't like seeing the bad things happen to people. You feel me? So when people started getting so hyped when bad things happen to other people, that's when they lost me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not a fan of that. And that's what kind of made me just stop rocking with him in general, bro. So I'm gonna tell you about my first time ever like seeing a street takeover. This is like back before like the laws and everything like that changed, before it really became such a bad thing. And I just remember, like, it was just crazy thing seeing this stuff in person. So boom. And first I want to start off and say, when somebody says they're into cars, it's a huge difference between being into cars or being a car enthusiast than just liking Infiniti, Scat Packs, and Q50s and like going to takeovers. Two totally different things. But I digress. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the story, right? One of my bros, he had texted me, and I was working late, man. He was like, man, you wanna go to this car meet? I'm like, I ain't been to a car meet in a while. He's like, yeah, bro, you definitely wanna go to this one. This one's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go out there, is it? Is that my twin? Nah, that's not my twin. So yeah, he's like, it's gonna be lit, it's gonna be fun. I'm like, all right, cool. He picks me up, so I don't even drive myself out there. I go out there with him, and you know, it was in a regular parking lot. Well, first, sorry guys. So we pull up and there's a regular parking lot and everybody's there talking, and they kind of like send everybody the location like privately. They airdrop you the location. So they airdrop in the location. I'm riding with him. Everything is cool. We go to the first spot. Everything like normal. Cars pull in. Nobody's really there. Everything's cool. A couple people sliding. Regular stuff you see. And then he's like, yeah, man, this next spot is gonna be crazy. I lie to you guys not. We're under a highway and everybody's like starting to part. And I'm like, bro, where's the spot at? He's like, this is the spot. And I'm like, bro, there's no way y'all are gonna do anything on this highway. So they shut the highway down. And then like you see one guy hops up, he runs real fast, shiced it up. He pours the gasoline on the intersection, right? And I'm like, bro, there's no way like this is really about to happen. He pours the gasoline on the intersection or whatever. And then another car, like it was almost like he was getting ready to perform. You see all the cars shift out the way, right? And you see this one car, he just cruising in slow. They light the ring of fire, boom, his tire starts burning. Then he starts swinging around. Bro, he starts swinging around like the ring of fire on like the highway. And I'm just like, bro, like this looks crazy. This looks like something you would see in GTA. Like on GTA, I used to ride around with the gasoline drug, lighting stuff on fire. This reminded me of what I was doing in GTA. And I just remember this being like one of the craziest things I ever seen. And I'm just like, bro, like, this can't be life right now. You feel what I'm saying? But like I was saying, I was just so surprised, guys. I just couldn't believe it, bro. And kind of at that moment, I was like, I'd never want to be at one of these things again. It just looks insane, bro. And I'm like, if the cops seen this, I don't even know what type of charges you would get, bro. But I know now, because I'm gonna save this story for another day. But after a couple of those events, they changed the laws, because when it first started, the only thing cops would kind of do is give you reckless driving. Of course, the property damage and stuff like that. But it was like reckless driving at worst. Now they have takeover charges and things like that they're doing to kind of handle those situations. But I just thought that was the craziest thing, and I just couldn't believe my eyes, bro. And I just like, after this, I just don't want to attend it again. Once we got out the parking lots, that was just too much for me, and not gonna lie.